Over millions of years, Dark Gaia grew in power, eventually destroying the Earth. In response, Light Gaia restored it, repeating this cycle throughout history. The ancients took refuge on Earth with the Chaos Emeralds. A small group of their descendants fled to a place later known as the Mystic Ruins, where they built a temple for the Master Emerald. Over hundreds of thousands of years, the ancients evolved into the Chao. Earth was once destroyed by a super-energy life form known as Dark Gaia, which emerged from the core of a star. This catastrophic event was later documented in ancient records called the Gaia Documents. A spacecraft from deep space went out of control and crash-landed on Earth. Its passengers, ancestors of the Babylon bandits, survived. The ship's engine, which broke apart during the crash, scattered across the planet and would later be known as the Ark of the Stars. The exact date remains unknown. The Echidna tribe launched an attack on the Master Emerald's temple to steal its power. In the process, their Chao companions were tragically sacrificed. Enraged by this, Chaos unleashed its wrath and wiped out the Echidna tribe. The Black Arms drop a flying temple onto a region of Earth known as Griffith. In an ancient civilization, powerful combat robots known as Gaizoids were created. One of these would later be known as Emerald. Black Doom contacts Professor Gerald, offering his own DNA in exchange for strategic help to invade Earth, 50 years in the future. Shadow is created using that DNA. The ancient Gaizoid combat robots being studied aboard the Ark go out of control, causing major damage to the facility. This incident is one of the key reasons Gunn steps in. Maria is caught in a sudden gun assault and loses her life. Consumed by rage after losing his beloved granddaughter, Gerald loses his sanity and programs both the Ark system and Shadow as tools of revenge. Eventually, he is imprisoned and ultimately executed. Sonic and Elise travel back in time and extinguish the flames of Solaris, the origin of the tragedy. As a result, the Solaris experiment never occurs, saving the world from catastrophe and restoring the future to peace. However, these events are also erased from history. The King of Soliana fails in his Solaris experiment. To prevent the world's destruction by the unleashed flames of disaster, he sacrifices his life to seal Iblis within his daughter, Elise. Sonic repels an attack on South Island by Dr. Eggman attempting to steal the Chaos Emeralds, foiling his plans for world domination. On Little Planet, Amy has a fateful encounter with Sonic. She's soon caught up in the Dr. Eggman schemes and is kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Sonic defeats Metal Sonic and rescues Amy, crushing the villain's ambitions. When Westside Island is attacked, Sonic teams up with Tails to push back the enemy. The space fortress known as the Death Egg is destroyed and crashes onto Angel Island. Dr. Eggman deceives Knuckles and steals the Master Emerald, intending to use its power to restore the crashed Death Egg. However, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles join forces, destroying the Death Egg and thwarting Eggman's plan for world domination. With the Master Emerald returned, Angel Island once again rises into the sky. Dr. Eggman uncovers a mysterious gemstone known as the Phantom Ruby. Harnessing its strange power, he flings Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles across a variety of distorted worlds. Though Eggman is eventually defeated, the Phantom Ruby slips from his grasp and vanishes through space and time, reappearing in modern Sonic's world as seen in Sonic Forces. After saving the world alongside modern Sonic in Sonic Forces, Sonic returns to his own timeline. While tracking the vanished Phantom Ruby, he discovers Mighty and Ray held captive, but one of them turns out to be a fake. Sonic frees his friends and defeats Dr. Eggman once again, reclaiming the Phantom Ruby and restoring peace to the world. Dr. Eggman, teaming up with the bounty hunter Fang, invades the North Star Islands. They exploit a local resident named Trip, forcing her to assist in their schemes. Using the newly discovered emerald powers from the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic and friends put a stop to their evil plans. Dr. Eggman fully revives Metal Sonic and launches the Death Egg 2 above Little Planet, reigniting his quest for world conquest. Sonic once again clashes with Metal Sonic in an intense battle, emerging victorious. The Death Egg 2 is destroyed, and Eggman's ambitions are shattered. Dr. Eggman releases Chaos, a powerful entity sealed within the Master Emerald, planning to use it for world domination. But Chaos goes berserk, evolving into perfect chaos and bringing the world to the brink of destruction. In response, the Chaos Emeralds, reignited by the hopes of Sonic and countless people, restore their power. Sonic transforms into Super Sonic and defeats Perfect Chaos, crushing Eggman's ambitions. Lumina, the guardian spirit of the imaginary world, summons Sonic and his friends to stop its conquest by the dark force known as Void. With the help of magical cards and the Force Jewels, they team up with Lumina to save Imaginary World from collapse. Dr. Eggman awakens Shadow, intending to use him as a weapon for world domination. However, Shadow begins enacting Gerald's hidden revenge plan instead. Just before completing his mission, Shadow regains his true memories thanks to Amy's words. He joins forces with Sonic and sacrifices himself to save the world. Sonic meets Cream and helps her along with his friends. Together, they rescue her kidnapped mother, Vanilla, and defeat Dr. Eggman, who was once again plotting to rebuild Eggmanland. Gaining a mind of his own, Metal Sonic rebels against Dr. Eggman and imprisons him. Masquerading as Eggman, he issues a challenge to Sonic and the others in a bid for world domination. After absorbing their biodata and powering himself up, Metal Sonic is ultimately defeated in battle. Black Doom, an invader from space, launches an assault on Earth. Provoked by Black Doom's claims about his forgotten past, Shadow embarks on a worldwide search for the Chaos Emeralds, sometimes even clashing with Sonic. After a long inner struggle, Shadow defeats Black Doom and accepts the legacy he's been entrusted with. Resolute, he chooses to move forward, leaving the past behind. Dr. Eggman reactivates the ancient weapon Geyzoid, intending to use it for world domination, but abandons the project when it fails to meet his expectations. Sonic finds the machine and names it Emerald, helping it grow and learn. However, when Emerald gains power as a battle weapon, Eggman tries to reclaim it, triggering a catastrophic malfunction. With no other choice, Sonic is forced to destroy Emerald. Using the Chaos Emeralds, Dr. Eggman splits the world into 7 parts. He sends a new battle robot named Gemerald, modeled after Emerald, against Sonic and friends again and again, but always fails. Eventually, Gemerald goes berserk. After Eggman's defeat, Gemerald is recovered and repaired by Tails, and goes on to live peacefully as part of Cream's family. Blaze arrives from another dimension in pursuit of the stolen Sol Emeralds. Through encounters with Amy and Cream, and eventually teaming up with Sonic, she begins to open her heart and trust others. Together, Sonic and Blaze defeat both Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega, reclaim the Sol Emeralds, and Blaze returns to her own world. Dr. Eggman kidnaps Princess Elise to obtain the flames of disaster sealed within her. Sonic rushes to her rescue, while Silver arrives from a ruined future, believing he must defeat Sonic to save it. Shadow, on a mission to Eggman's base, and the mysterious being Mephiles also enter the fray. Each character is drawn into a major event shaped by destiny and conflicting goals. Dr. Eggman hosts the Extreme Gear Grand Prix to determine the fastest rider in the world. With a Chaos Emerald offered as the grand prize, Sonic and his friends face off in a heated race against the Babylon Rogues. But behind the spectacle lies a trap. Eggman's true goal is to sneak into the Babylon Temple and steal its treasure. Caught in a storm, Sonic and Tails are swept into Blaze's world and rescued by a self-proclaimed adventurer named Marine. While exploring the nearby islands, they reunite with Blaze, but there's no time for pleasantries. Right before their eyes, the kingdom's royal treasure, the Jeweled Scepter, is stolen. Teaming up once again, they pursue the pirates and defeat Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega, reclaiming the scepter. Long ago, Jet's ancestors used gravity manipulation to travel through space. Their crashed ship later became known as Babylon Garden, while its separated engine units scattered across the world as the Ark of the Stars. When all 5 arcs are reunited at Babylon Garden, the system overloads and nearly turns the island into a black hole. Thanks to Sonic and Jet's efforts, the disaster is narrowly avoided. To fulfill his ambition, Dr. Eggman drains Supersonic's power and forcibly awakens Dark Gaia by splitting the world into 7 parts. With the Chaos Emeralds drained and the world in ruin, Sonic teams up with a mysterious amnesiac creature named Chip. Together, they journey through Gaia temples to restore the emeralds and defeat Dark Gaia once and for all. Dr. Eggman seizes control of several planets inhabited by wisps and constructs the Egg Planet Park. His plan: extract the wisps' powerful energy and activate a terrifying new weapon. Though they can't speak the same language, Sonic and the wisps manage to work together and stop Eggman's scheme before it's too late. After his defeat at the Egg Planet Park, Dr. Eggman discovers the Time Eater, a being capable of manipulating time and space. He uses it to summon his past self, setting into motion a plan to rewrite history. When Sonic is suddenly pulled into a strange white void by the Time Eater, he awakens in a colorless world and meets a younger version of himself. Together, the two Sonics restore their world, rescue their friends, and defeat both versions of Dr. Eggman and the Time Eater. Taking advantage of the temporal distortion caused by the Time Eater, Black Doom returns from the void. He confronts Shadow in the white space, provoking him to awaken his true potential. Meanwhile, Shadow is reunited with Maria and Gerald Robotnik, once thought lost to time, and briefly shares precious moments with them in the frozen dimension. In the final battle, Black Doom attempts to absorb Shadow, now perfected as the ultimate Black Arms warrior. But Shadow's will remains unbroken. With Maria's wish in his heart, he defeats Black Doom once and for all. Dr. Eggman, disguised as King Doc of the Tureg Kingdom, holds the World Grand Prix, a massive extreme gear race offering riches and treasure to the winner. His true plan: use the racer's biodata to upgrade Metal Sonic. Each team races not just for glory, but for their own goals, unaware of the trap waiting at the finish line. In the mysterious land of Lost Hex, Dr. Eggman discovers the conch shells and uses to enslave the powerful Zeti, forming his elite squad, the Deadly Six. He begins draining the Earth's life energy, but when Sonic causes him to lose the conch, the Deadly Six rebel and banish Eggman. Now aiming to consume the planet's energy themselves, they become the true threat. With no other choice, Sonic and Eggman join forces and defeat them together. Dr. Eggman sets his sights on the ultimate power engine, developed in the kingdom of Donpa by the enigmatic Dodonpa. He steals the device in a bid to fuel his next conquest. But no matter how powerful the engine, Eggman is once again outmatched by Sonic and friends, and his plans are brought to ruin. With the power of a new Phantom Ruby, Dr. Eggman creates an endless army and subjugates 99% of the world under his control, aided by the formidable Infinite. But the Resistance, led by Sonic's allies and joined by the Avatar, unites with both modern and classic Sonic to take a stand. Together, they defeat Eggman and Infinite, restoring peace to the world. While investigating ancient ruins discovered on Angel Island, Knuckles is mysteriously transported to Ares Island. Suspecting Dr. Eggman's involvement, he encounters a mysterious girl who traps him inside cyberspace. Attempting to harness the technology of the ancient Starfall Islands, Dr. Eggman connects to a long-dormant network, triggering a chain of catastrophic events. From this, Sage emerges, an AI evolved through contact with the Ancients' data. Initially obstructing Sonic to protect Eggman, Sage becomes intrigued by Sonic's unpredictable potential. Realizing the true threat, she persuades Eggman to join forces with Sonic. Together, they defeat the End and save the world. In a world ravaged by Iblis, Silver and Blaze are locked in an endless battle against the ever-reviving beast. One day, a mysterious figure named Mephiles appears and reveals the source of their doomed reality, someone known as the Iblis Trigger. Guided by Mephiles, Silver and Blaze time travel to Sonic's era to prevent their dark future by eliminating the Trigger. Due to the historical rewrite caused by Sonic and Elise, the Flames of Disaster were never born. As a result, the timeline changes, ushering in a peaceful future.